Chrono Odyssey is coming closer. We got some new information from the publisher that really tells us a lot about what the game is going to be about and how close it's getting. So in this video, we're going to go through all the information we have so you can make an informed decision on whether you want to play or get into the beta and how to do it. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning, and let's get into it. Chrono Odyssey is an MMORPG and it looks great. We didn't used to have a lot of information from Chrono Odyssey, but now we do because we have the Wiki. Now I know it says fandom, but it's actually been tweeted by the official account from Chrono Odyssey, so everything here should be indeed real. The big takeaways from the Wiki that we have right now, and I'm sure we're gonna get way more, and I'm gonna try and cover all of them whenever we find something weird about this, but seamless open world. That's actually pretty nice, considering the fact that this is an Unreal Engine 5 game. It's gonna absolutely look great. So I was kind of expecting something like that, but the fact that it is confirmed makes it so much more interesting to play. There's not gonna be gender locked classes, which is very important to know because Korean games definitely used to have this a lot. So it's good to know that doesn't exist. We're gonna have harvesting and crafting, life skills. I hope that is something like a New World. I think the New World type of crafting and gathering was absolutely great. So if we can have this in this game, that'd be beautiful. Making it very, 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 very immersive for people, especially paired with a seamless open world. And by the last thing, we have dungeons and raiding. Party up and clear a variety of dungeons. Chrono Odyssey endgame content features challenging dungeons and raids. If you're strong enough, you might even be able to clear these formidable dungeons and raids on your own. That is super weird. Dungeons and raids on your own. So is this gonna be scaling, or is it gonna be like whenever you're super powerful, then you're gonna be able to make it on your own? It's very, I don't know. It's a nice, I think if it's something you can choose, it scales down, I think that would be kind of cool, but I'm sure that there's gonna be some dungeons and raids you have to do with other people just because of how the mechanics work, right? Otherwise, that means they're gonna be way too easy. That is a little bit of I hope that they explain this a little bit better. That's a bit scary, especially when you consider this a Korean game and pay to win could make this happen, so I hope not. You can also look forward to getting rewards for clearing dungeons, groups, dungeons, and PvP content. Now, I don't know why they put PvP content in here when the dungeon and raiding part. Maybe this just meant like they wanted to just put it in the game instead. I think it's completely reasonable that we have PvP content in a game like this. I just hope we don't get like something like what we have in Throne of Liberty, where we have PvP dungeons in the open world that are heavily focused on pay to win. If you're not, getting the best gear, you're just gonna get destroyed. I actually love this type of concept, but it only works in a game that doesn't have pay to win. So the fact that this is even mentioned or like could be a possibility kind of scares me to lead me into thinking that it might be pay to win. But it's a very big reach from me to say that that is the case here. It just made me think that PvP and dungeons and raiding are kind of paired in the same paragraph. It makes me a bit suspicious, but I think it's too early to tell, and I don't think it really is a confirmation, so I won't worry about it too much. What we do know is that a lot of other content creators are actually playing this game in a closed beta for content creators, and they all are very, very excited. They really, really like the game, and even though they're in NDA, so they can't really talk too much about it, it looks absolutely great. It really reminds me a lot in the way that Black Desert looks, the way that Black Desert feels, in the way that I see the trailers that we've seen, the gameplay trailers. It does seem like it's way, 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 way more focused on PvE, which is honestly a good thing. I think one of the biggest reasons why Black Desert had a little bit of an issue become a mainstream was because of this reason. Even if the PvP was good, the PvE didn't really make a lot of sense, and people really didn't focus too much on it, giving a lot of people that are not interested in PvP just not a reason to play the game. Obviously, the biggest problem with Black Desert particularly was the pay to win. That got better through the years, but sadly, the publisher from Black Desert, originally Kakao Games, is the same one publishing Chrono Odyssey. Now, this doesn't mean that it's 100% gonna be pay to win, but it's definitely something to consider. I really hope that they actually learn their lessons from Black Desert, and when they actually release it in the West, ideally, the East and the West at the same time, they consider this. Or at least this game is so good that we don't even care about the pay to win. That also, I guess, it's okay. Now, Kakao Games got a quarterly update very, very soon, and we can see that Chrono Odyssey is projected for the Q4 of 2025. The full release of it, indeed, global release, as you can see. So we're not gonna get a, East release first, and then boom, West release. We're gonna get everything at the same time, which honestly is nice. It's gonna be for the PC and consoles, which is also super nice. And this means that the closed beta should be very, very soon. They did say that in May we're gonna get more information about this, and considering the fact that you can go into Steam and apply to the playtest, there we go. Right now, I think we're gonna be getting this closed beta at the end, at the end of May or early June or something like that. The closed one. The open beta, I would probably guess something like August or something like that, considering that Q4 is when this is actually being released. So definitely, if you're interested in this game, and well, it's a closed beta, it's free, there's no reason not to get in there, go in there and check it out. Go in there into Steam, into Chrono Odyssey, and apply for access of it. There is also now a new Discord for Chrono Odyssey where everyone can talk to each other about this game. And who knows, maybe we're gonna end up having some beautiful photos, some gameplay, and you can see that there's a lot right here that you can go check out. I'm not really sure if these photos have appeared here before, but considering this is from one of the admins, I'm guessing not. There's also this video from someone in the headquarters of the developers actually playing the game. You can see it right here on the monitor. You can barely see a little bit of it, but it's actually very interesting because, as we said before, that this is a very PvP focused game, but this one is, there's so many different types of bosses. It seems like it's way more focused on PvE. It's a huge spider, and look at the damage that they're doing. Look how the gameplay is. There's obviously mechanics that they're gonna have to engage with. I'm really wondering how this is gonna end up looking like whenever you have a lot of people instead of just one. But you can see something along the lines in the trailer, you know, where everyone is fighting this like kind of big monster together. It really gets me the feel of trying to play a, you know, Dark Souls, but with multiple people in an MMORPG, which is exactly what I would love to play. It's my dream for years, and the only thing that's been even close to that is Soulframe, which is honestly very good as well. And if this game doesn't go well, I'm sure that will be my next option, but this is looking very good. I really hope it's not insanely pay to win. Oh my god. We also got some new screenshots of their systems inside of the game. You can see how different types of weapons have different types of traits. It reminds me a lot of the system in New World particularly. You can see the UI as well. Very clean. Not that many buttons, as honestly most MMOs now should be like. They shouldn't be like, oh, like WoW, when you have like 50 million buttons. They should be like pretty tame, I think. And this UI seems very minimalistic, which is exactly what we want in MMOs now. Talk to Baldur. I can't believe they made a game out of a Chrono Odyssey NPC. That's fucking crazy. There also seems to we have more information about the particular classes that we're gonna have on release. The Swordsman, the Ranger, the Sorcerer, the Paladin, the Berserker, and the Assassin. They have different types of weapons, as you can see here as well. Swordsman using sword and shield or greatsword. Paladin, mace and tower or shield or spear. Sorcerer, staff, spellbook. Berserker, dual axes, great axe. Assassin, dual daggers, rifle. Rangers, bow and rapier. Ooh, bow and rapier. That's actually kind of cool. I really like that idea. It does seem like you can actually change between weapons in the middle of the fight. So one is going to be the defensive weapon and the other one is going to be the offensive weapon. It's very funny how literally every game now is actually using the Guild Wars 2 system. I remember back in the day when that game released, everyone was complaining about it. It's like, I only want one weapon. I don't want my abilities to change, you know, weapon swap. But now everybody's doing it. New World does it. Soulframe kind of does it as well. And there's just so many. I'm pretty sure, don't we? Oh, yeah. Throne Liberty also does it too, right? So I think it's very crazy that everybody's taking inspiration upon Guild Wars 2 in this regard. It's a good system. I think it's actually a very good idea, and it makes people want to engage with different types of weapons, different types of game styles, play styles. That's better, and I'm sure it'll work good in this game. And for me, the only thing that I'm really worried about, it seems like the PvPs is very good. It's just gonna be all pay to win. Like, is it gonna be pay to win? I don't care if it's pay to win in the East, but is it gonna be pay to win in the West? Will Cacao have the brain power, the wrinkles in their cerebrum, okay, to know that, yeah, the West doesn't like pay to win, and the game will stop being played by most people? I'm guessing this is gonna be a free-to-play game, so it's gonna have microtransactions, which is fine. Just please make the game playable without having to spend money. I do think we're in a situation where this matters less and less. People just kind of like accept when something is pay to win as long as the game is very good. But there's always a limit. And personally, I just don't want any pay to win. I don't think we have gotten any information about this yet. so we'll have to wait. And you know, these companies, they can always change it in the middle of anything, right? So, and because it's a Korean company who's making it and publishing this, I'll always be a little bit hesitant to put all my hopes in this game. But you know what? If it goes badly, I can always go play Soulframe, and I know that game is not gonna be pay to win, as it is from Digital Extremes, the people that did Warframe. And honestly, these two games look very, very similar in different ways, both MMOs and both having a very similar type of gameplay. So, worst case scenario, we go there instead. If you want to check my video about Soulframe, definitely go in my channel, subscribe, and go check it out. And of course, tell me what other information I might have missed. And if you're excited for this game, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye.